Okay, things to remember. It's most difficult to take the tire off the rim where the valve is, so we're going to start opposite of the rim. In this case, we're going to let all the air out of the tire. What I'm doing is I'm pinching the tire at the opposite end, taking it off. At this point, we're looking to find where the hole is in the inner tube and the tire. Somebody is helping me right now to find where the hole is. If the hole is on the spoke side of the tube or on the inside, something is punctured it, of course, from the inside of the rim as opposed to the outside of the tire. If you see a line or a pair of lines, that's what we call a pinch flat, and that generally happens because of hitting a pothole or a bump with too much force and it's pinched the tube. We found the hole. Looks like there was a piece of glass. We've ended up pulling it off. We're going to start by putting the tire back onto the rim. If I can borrow that pump there again. Now this is a non-directional tire, so it doesn't matter what side we go on. We're putting one side of the tire onto the rim, and we're going to put some air into the inner tube. I like to overinflate it. Show you why in a second here. No wrinkles in the tube. It's a brand new tube as opposed to a patched one. That way we know for sure the patch isn't coming off of a previous puncture. We find the hole. We're going to start by putting the tube in. Now watch my fingers as I pull the tube. One hand is guiding it, the other one is pulling the tube up and in as far into the tire as possible. That way we don't end up with excess tube hanging down. We start from where the valve is, because that's the hardest point of putting the tire back on. Gradually work our way around. Of course, as we put more and more of the tire onto the rim, it's going to get tighter. And at that point, we'll start to let some of the air out of the inner tube. I don't like to use tire levers to put the tire on with the risk that it may puncture the inner tube again. We get to a point here where we can't pull this any further. The tire is off on this side of the rim. I'm going to push the tire all the way around to that one side. That will allow me to pull it on a little bit more, a little bit more. We get to that one last spot. We can't do it. Just use the palm of our hands, with or without your gloves on. Roll it in. Perfect. Go around the tire, both sides, checking to make sure no tube is stuck underneath the tire bead. Perfect. We're now ready to use our CO2 inflator or our pump to get it up to pressure.